Welcome to the penultimate episode of Biz Wire. I'm Joseph Nordstrom in Beijing. China's imports of oil increased over 21% in April from the year before, reaching a record high. Even with this increased buying, however, China's relationship with the Middle East is deepening beyond a sole focus on petroleum and expanding to other sectors where China has some advantages, as in construction, banking, and numbers of outbound tourists. But make no mistake, oil and its related products still forms the basis of trade and investment ties, despite faster growth in other areas. China is the world's largest energy consumer, and 3/4 of its oil imports come from the Middle East and Africa. As the United States becomes energy independent, China is now Iraq's largest customer. The same is true for many countries in the region, like Iran, where shipments jumped after a temporary easing of international sanctions. Demand only showed a slight increase, so China is seen as boosting its strategic reserves of crude while prices hover around $100 per barrel. China is responsible for 40% of global growth in oil demand, so any serious boost to its strategic reserves tightens world supplies almost instantly and pushes up prices. Analysts say the reserve building could continue for quite some time as China looks to expand its holdings from 160 million barrels to 500 million by 2020. Now, China's refining capacity is nearly enough to satisfy domestic demand, and if capacity continues to grow, it will eventually become a processed fuel exporter. This is not a given, though, as public protests over the environmental hazards of refineries and petrochemical plants have slowed expansion a bit. Senior executive at the state-owned China National Petroleum Corporation, Ding Xiaoheng, predicts that refining capacity will grow to eventually begin exporting processed fuels back to the Middle East. But countries like Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Oman, Qatar, and Kuwait all have plans to expand their petrochemical plants too, in order to hold on to more of the profits from the petroleum value chain. Ding says as China's economy matures, gasoline consumption will grow by 7% through 2020 and then fall to 3% for the following decade. A recent paper from HSBC stakes the claim that the most substantial area of global economic growth is in what they call the Southern Corridor that links China with the Middle East and Africa. The report, titled South-South Special, says the trade flows across this massive region have already significantly raised living standards and will continue to do so. HSBC says that because of China, oil exporters will earn more in the next 10 years than they did in the past 25 years combined. But only if this revenue is used wisely instead of on soccer teams and desert ski resorts will it bring lasting benefits to the many or just a privileged few. You're watching the last week of Biz Wire and China's Blue Ocean Network. Our full episode can be seen on our website, BONTV/biz-wire. Let's turn now to Neil Jones for a quick look at a few stories that are buzzing through the markets.